And I help people that are in ruthless pursuit of being the best versions of themselves. In this video, I'm going to take you through a 3-step personal development exercise that I've done myself, and I'll help you analyze where you're being a victim, the stories you're telling yourself, and it'll help you rewrite those stories to be in a more powerful frame where you are actually in control of your life and it's not happening to you. I upload twice a week, so if you're interested in more content around personal development, growth, business, taking risks, then please subscribe. So I've been doing a lot of reading lately. Since I've been really taking control of my schedule and scheduling and things that I love, I just really have realized that I love learning, and I've been scheduling in a lot more reading for me lately. So one of those books that I've been reading is You're a Badass, because I've heard so many people recommend it on YouTube, so I started reading it. And in the book, they have this really helpful activity that really transformed the way I think about some areas of my life. And it asks you to analyze areas where you are kind of being a victim in your life, where you have these fixed stories where you don't feel like you have any control over them, and it's really negatively impacting your life. And you go through this 3-step process where you end up rewriting these stories and figuring out actually how you can take control over that, how you can rewrite that story for growth, that you're not stuck, you're not fixed there, but that you're a powerful player in the story of your life. So the first step is to figure out what stories are you telling yourself. So you're gonna be on the lookout for things that are negative and things that can't change no matter what you do. Limiting beliefs about your potential, negative beliefs about life paths. So in the book she says, make sure you look out for these statements, and I'll read them to you. I always, I never, I can't, I suck at, I wish, I want, I don't have, one day I'm trying to. And so I'm gonna give you 3 examples of some stories that when I did this activity, these are real things that I was telling myself. One of the stories was, no one's mature enough to be my friend. Another negative story I was telling myself was, I'm always low on energy. And then the last one was that when I reach my goals, then I'll have fun in my free time. And I was telling myself many more negative stories. I actually came up with about 15. So you're looking for things where you don't feel like you have control over your life, and there's like this negative fixed outcome that's going to happen. And really ways that you've been victimizing yourself by having these limiting beliefs. So these are just ways where you can realize where you're believing negative things about yourself because you're believing you're already not there, or you're believing you'll never get there, or because of some character flaws in yourself or in others, you don't believe you'll get there. So step 2 is to look at maybe the false reward. You know, these stories that you're telling yourself, they serve some purpose for you. It's maybe not as good as another purpose could have, but it is serving you in some way. And so in order to let go of these negative stories that limit you, it's really important to analyze why they were there in the first place and what they're doing. So if you look at my example, so one of my examples was that no one's mature enough to be my friend. If we kind of analyze what that's doing for me, 1, it gives me some self-importance. It says, hey, I'm more mature than other people. Second off, it gives me an excuse for being lonely. It says, hey, it's not my fault if I'm lonely. It's just that I'm way better than everyone else, and it's lonely being at the top. It also saves me from rejection. No need to step out there and try to make friends with people because it's not my fault that I don't have friends. So no need to put myself out there, no need to take any risk. It just keeps me safe inside my comfort zone of self-importance. The second belief I had was that I'm low on energy, and the reason that might serve me is because I could just selfishly do the activities that serve me and no one else. If I'm low on energy, then, well, that's why I'm not helping clean up around the house, or that's why I'm not cooking, and that's why I'm not helping my husband, because I'm just low on energy. I'm just a low energy person. It's not because I'm selfish, which I think is probably actually the case. And the last belief that I had was, when I reach my goals, then I'll have more fun. And really what that saved me from is figuring out what I like. When I really sat down and figured it out, the reason I'm not having that much fun is because I don't know what I like to do. I don't know what's fun for me to do. I don't know what creative things I like to do. I just really, truly don't know myself. And so if I just say that, oh, one day I'll have fun, it saves me from the work of going inside, figuring out what I like, maybe taking a step out. Maybe there's a hobby that I like to do that I'm not good at yet. And so it saves me from the self-rejection of, oh, there's this really fun hobby, but I'm not good at it, so that's a bummer, and I guess I'll never be good at it. So in step 2, you're trying to figure out what you're really getting out of these limiting stories, because they are serving you. And when you look at the stories, in my case, they exonerate me, they would increase my self-importance, they make me feel like a good person with a good conscience. You know, I'm a good person, I'm not doing anything bad. These stories have kept me away from other people rejecting me, although safe in my comfort zone. These stories have kept me safe from rejecting myself and disappointing myself. So make sure you really acknowledge the ways that these beliefs are serving you and making you feel better about yourself. And then in step 3, we're gonna look at what are some other ways that you can feel like a good person without lying to yourself. So what you have to do in step 3 is you have to write the more powerful stories. So in my case, I said, you know what? Other people are mature. I do not have the corner on the market for maturity. I can get to know people without writing them off immediately. I can accept them as they are. I'm no better than anyone else, and I'm capable of having meaningful relationships and putting in the work, and I'm excited to get them. You know, that might not sound fully true to me in the moment, but it's writing a more powerful story where it says, if I feel lonely, that's no one's fault other than my own. So I'm going to take the time, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not lonely anymore. The second one, I have limitless energy because I can create energy. There are plenty of ways you can create energy. You can do 10 jumping jacks, you can put on music, you can drink some water, you can go exercise. If I'm feeling low on energy, I can change my diet and the way I am so that I can have more energy. So I can live and give generously to people without feeling depleted. People will deposit energy and give it back to me. And then finally, the last one that was, when I reach my goals, then I'll have fun. No, we're changing that narrative to, I'm excited to figuring out what I like and what I like to do in my free time. I'm excited to figure out what I like to do, and I'm going to take the necessary actions of scheduling and fun. I'm going to try some stuff out, and if I don't like it, we'll try something else. I'm going on a journey of exploration and figuring out what's fun to me. So you want to tell a new story that shows that you and others are powerful creators of your story, that you're not a victim to it, that you have extreme control over your life, and that if there's anything about your life that you don't like, it's your responsibility to change it, no one else's. You and others are capable of being flexible and experiencing growth and doing big things. Tell a story that empowers you and all parties to pursue risky actions. So I really encourage you to do this. Take some time to journal this, and you can see how this makes you feel more powerful and more in control of your life. And I want to say that some of these negative beliefs that you're believing probably are partially true. I have reason to believe that some people aren't mature. I mean, that's just a fact, but it's not everyone. And so just because I've met immature people doesn't mean I should use bad inductive reasoning to say that, oh, that's everyone. I met one immature person, so, you know, by inductive reasoning, that must mean that the whole lot of them are immature. So just realize that there's a reason that you believe these things. You may have some experiences to back this up. It may protect you in some way, but ultimately you'll have a more fun and powerful life, and you'll feel less like a victim if you just take responsibility for the part that you can take responsibility for. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a like. I upload twice a week. I'm changing my upload schedule to twice a week. So if you like content that has to do with personal growth, taking risks, personality, then go ahead and please subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's been occurring to me that some of you guys are getting to know me because you maybe see me on video, but I'm not really getting to know any of you guys. So the most I'm getting to know you guys is in the comments. So I really want to get to know you guys. My Instagram handle is in the YouTube banner. So if you want to shoot me a DM, we can Zoom or something. I just really want to get to know who's on the other end of this camera, because for me, I'm just sitting next to a camera. So thanks so much, guys. Bye.